Hi friends, this is Sunil Kashyap. Today I am going to discuss about DB2 temporal capabilities. So IBM has introduced this temporal capability from DB2 10. So let's see what it is. So the temporal feature in the DB2 product enable us to accurately track information and data changes over the time. So with the help of this feature, we can manage our update and delete. So suppose uh, in some table, if somebody fired delete command or update statement, then uh, with wrong values, so we may lose our data. But with this capability of temporal data management, we can save our data in some other table as and when some update or delete is fired on table. So DB2 manage this data uh, with three type of tables. So first thing is STT, that is known as system period temporal table. Another is ATT, application period temporal table, which is also known as business period temporal tables. And last one is bitemporal, which is a combination of both system and application period temporal tables. Okay, so first I will be discussing this STT. So in this system period temporal tables, we we need to have two tables, one base table and one history table. So base table is a table in which your application is using data. So in base table you are having a live data. So and the history table will be used for uh, for moving data from base table to history table whenever there is a insert or update triggered on the table. So deleted or updated records are moved in history table. So we need to map history and base table. So there is a versioning command, or we can say we need to enable versioning between base and history table. So we will see this versioning command also. I'll show you in practical. And for creating this STT type of tables, you need to declare these three columns: system begin, system end, and transaction start. And there is a new function, uh, system time period. So this is something uh, which instruct DB2 for automatically capture changes made to the state of your table, and that changes are saved to your history table. Okay, so I will be explaining this system begin, system end, and transaction start in the testing. So let's go to the uh, Unix box. Okay, so this is my Unix box. So first let's check the DB2 version. So for this testing I am using DB2 10.5 with fixspec 3a. Okay, so I'm having uh, some databases here. Let's list. Okay, so two databases are here, so I am going to use first database. So let's connect. Okay, so we are connected to the database, and in this folder I have a few files. So in this file I'm having two DDLs, one for base table. So this file contain the uh, DDL for base table, and here we are having the DDL for history table. So let's see first this file. Okay, so in this table, the table name will be your employee, and we are going to have employee ID, name, department ID, salary. So these four are the application columns, and these are the required columns for creating STT type of table. So first, system begin, system end, transaction start, and the special function period with system time, which takes your system begin and system end. Okay, and IBM recommend that if we can have a primary key on base table, that will be very good for managing the data. So let's create this table first. DB2. Okay, so table is created, and this alter adding primary key on this employee ID is also successful. So let's list. Sorry, so we should list for DB2 and ST1 only. So here we do have this table employees get created. So let's select some data. We know there it is just created, so there should not be any data. So this is an empty table, so let's load some data into this table. I have some data ready for this testing. Let me load it. Okay, so data is loaded, so let's select the data. Okay, so let me show you once again. So now in this table we have 41 records, and for these column employee ID, name, department ID, salary, and system begin. Just concentrate on data for this column system begin. So if you see, you'll see that this timestamp is same for all the rows. and this is the current timestamp of my database. And if you see this or any system end, this is the maximum date that DB2 support. So this is something for validity of this row, these rows. Okay, so suppose we are having these 41 record in our base table, and we want to so for in the next step we need to uh, add a history table uh, for this base table to enabling SGT. So let's first we'll create that history table. So I have the DDL ready for that also. So that is employee his. So let's run it. So history table is also created. So this table is also created, so we can list. So you can see employee and employee hist. Okay, so now we need to join these tables. So we need to run a special command, a special command, or we should say versioning command. So I have that also ready with me. Sorry. Okay, so here is the versioning command. This is the versioning command. So let's see. So here we are saying alter table employee, add versioning, use history table employee underscore hist. So let's run it and we'll see the things. So before this I want to show you one more thing. Okay, so I want to run one command, DB2, that is a monitoring command, so by which we can monitor whether do we have any uh, 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 temporal table in our database or not. So let's see. Okay, so we can monitor with this thing with the help of SQL, that is also written in this. And this IBM has introduced this table syscat.periods. So this is a table which help us to identify the details of STT, ATT and BTT, whatever. So here we can see the first row is period type is saying S. So S is STT and A is ATT. So but here if you see employee, there is no history table associated with it, so that's why it is blank. So now I'll be running this versioning command, and then we'll see the result of the above command. Okay, so let's run it. So this command is successful. Now we'll check whether the any table is associated or joined with this employee table. So you can clearly see this employee table is now joined with employee hist. Okay, so now we will test our update and deletes. Okay, so first let's see the data, and let us to choose which rows we are going to update or delete. So first let me query whether all these history table is empty or not. So first I am checking this history table. So we don't have any row inserted in history table, and now see the data in employee table. So as you know, we inserted the 41 rows in main table, base table. So so we should say that we are having 41 rows in base table and history table is empty. So now let's test the STT. So now I am going to update last record, this where employee ID is 200340. So let me update it. So I am going to update this name Roy underscore temporal to only Roy. So I am saying Roy where EMPID equal to 200340. Let's run it and just say -m. So you can see one row is affected. So let us query this base table. Select star from this table where EMPID equal to 200340. Okay, so this is a base table and we updated it to Roy and it's get updated. So it is a normal update, but with this normal update we need to see this system begin and system end time. So if you see, that these system begin and system end are changed by 9 here. So this was created at 250 and it is updated at 1459. So this is change, and let us see the data in history table. Okay, so let's say select star from hist. So this row was the original row in our base table that is moved in this history table. with the help of temporal feature of DB2. So this is the first feature, first part of temporal STT that we have seen here. In this, as I was saying, that I will be explaining system begin, system end, and period at the time of this testing. So if you see the difference, as I am saying, in employee hist, the original row is moved. So if you see system begin here, this 250, so this row was originally created at 250. So that's why in history it is having the time 250, 250 or 1450, and that here is the time when we updated that this row. So here it is it was got updated at 1459. Okay, so you understand, the original row is moved into history table and another copy of that row is updated in base table. So in base table we are having current row, so the validity of this row start at 259 1459 and it is valid up to the maximum date that DB2 support. Okay, so this is the feature that DB2 support, and we have seen only update. So let me do one delete also. Let's take the second last row, 200330. So it is also successful. So earlier there were 41 records in base table. Now one row is deleted in the base table, so it should return 40 rows from the base table. So let's see. So it is saying 40. So one row is deleted, and earlier there was only one row in history table, so it should show us two rows. So here it is. So this ID we deleted, we did the delete on this employee ID, and this delete this is the start time of the row and delete happen at this time. So this is the timestamp of your operating system. So it take timestamp from your operating system. So we have seen update and delete, and how do we join the base table and history table. Okay, so even in case of any maintenance, or if we need to do some administration or any work on, somehow we need to remove this versioning, so the command is there. So we can treat both the tables separately. I will show you. Okay, so we used this command for enable versioning. So, and for disabling this versioning, we need to just say db2 alter table table name, drop, and just versioning. So this command is successful, and if, if we are going to delete anything from the base table, that is not going to be there in history table. So let's see this. DB2 select star from history. We are having 2 rows, and in base table we are having these 40 rows. So let's delete second last row from this table, base table, DB2 hyphen. Okay, so it's saying that one row is deleted. Now see the count in base table. It should return us 39 rows. So here it is, 39 rows. And let's see the history table. So no new rows is inserted in history table. So you can see this is the versioning that we have enabled between both the tables, which help us to join or club two tables to give us temporal data management. So thank you. So I will be back again with my next video for ATT, business or application period temporal table, and after that I will be covering bitemporal and how to query these STT tables. Thank you.